Hello and welcome back. It's been a while since I've been able to post a video as I've been quite busy with other things in my garden, and I've also been working on my fireplace and also enjoying the lovely warm weather that we've been having recently as well. But in between the little jobs I've been doing, I have been working on another commissioned segmented bowl. Very similar to the one I did a few months ago. It's following the same plans that I made in Segment Pro, with the change as far as the rim. On the first bowl I did, it was Padauk that I used on the rim, and this bowl the customer requested Purple Heart. So as the bowl was following the same plan, I haven't recorded the process of cutting the segments and gluing it together into a bowl blank. I have the blank ready on the lathe, so I'll let you see it and then we'll get turning. So as before, we have American black walnut for the base block, which I have glued on to a waste block of beech for turning. We then have a band of Norwegian maple, 5 layers of sapelli, another band of maple, and a feature rim of Purple Heart. And the bowl has been designed for a finished dimension of 4 inches high and 10 inches in diameter at the rim. And the last bowl came out pretty much bang on those dimensions, so I'm confident that this one will end up that way as well. So I'll start by truing up the outside, taking away the ridges in the layers. Then I'll do that on the inside as well, and then I'll start working down to the final thickness and getting the final shape that I want. I used the gouge to remove the ridges between the layers and to give me a smooth surface on the inside to work with. So I'll now switch to using the round nose scraper, as there's still quite a bit of material I need to remove to bring the thickness down. Once I'm happy with the shape I have on the inside, I'll then switch to my negative rake scraper to give a few finishing cuts on the inside to smooth it out, ready for sanding and finishing. Okay, I'm really happy now with the inside of the bowl. I scraped it out with the round nose scraper and then took some finishing cuts with my negative rake scraper and again I'm really pleased with the results of that scraper. It's given a lovely smooth and uniform curve all the way around the inside of this bowl, just perfect and ready for sanding. But before I get to sanding the inside, I'm going to work on the final shape of the outside so that I can be sure that I'm going to have a uniform thickness all the way down the outside of the bowl. Depending on how it goes on the outside, I might need to perhaps thin off a little bit more on the inside. But for now, I'll switch to working on the outside. I'm happy now with the shape I have for this bowl. I'll wait until I finish the inside and half of the outside before I turn it around to finish the foot. So I'll sand it now. But because this is Purple Heart, once I sand it and burnish it with the shavings, it's still going to be brown at the Purple Heart. It will take a while for the purple to start coming through again on this. So once I've sanded and burnished with the shavings, I'm going to sit it out in the sun for a few hours to let the reaction that happens in Purple Heart happen so that the purple will come out. I haven't worked at all on the rim, on the top of the rim, so it is still purple. Once I have a colour match on the outside to on the top, then I'll start the finishing process. I'll oil it and put on some Yorkshire grit and Hampshire sheen. Okay, that's it all sanded up and burnished. So as I said, I'll take it inside, sit it on the windowsill in the sun for a few hours and let that purple really come out in the Purple Heart again. The bowl has been sitting in the sun for about an hour now and the purple colour has returned to it, so I'm going to give it a few coats of oil and then I'll buff it with Yorkshire grit and finish it with Hampshire sheen high gloss. Okay, so I told a lie earlier on. The inside I finished with a stick of pure carnauba wax, as it's going to be a fruit bowl, so I need a food safe finish in there. Pure carnauba wax is food safe. I'm not entirely sure if Hampshire Sheen, even when fully cured, is food safe. To just be on the safe side, I use a stick of pure carnauba wax. But on the outside I have finished it with Hampshire Sheen High Gloss. And I'm really pleased with the finish that has been brought out so far. It's a gorgeous gloss finish, so I'm really happy with that. I'm ready now to turn it around and work on finishing the food. And here is the finished bowl. I'm really pleased with how this one has turned out. It's turned out every bit as good as what the first one did, and I'm having a hard time deciding which I prefer, the Purple Heart or the Padauk that was on the first one. I was a bit concerned with the Purple Heart that after turning it I might not be able to get the purple to come out as vibrant as it was as it had just been sitting on my shelf, but an hour sitting in the sun did an excellent job at restoring the purple finish to it. So I'm really pleased with this, and I hope the person it's intended for is really pleased with it as well. And I hope you've enjoyed watching me turn it as well. Thank you to all of my subscribers for continuing to support me and watch my videos. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please take the time to check out my other videos. I'm sure you'll see something there that will be of interest to you, and I'll continue to upload projects similar to this and the ones that I've done in the past. I have a few ideas for projects in the future, one of which will be a baby rattle, as my wife is very close now to giving birth to our second son, so that is exciting, and I look forward to being able to turn him a rattle. So that is one project that I have in mind, and many more, so please take the time to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you could as well, please like and share this video on my channel also, as it will go a long way to helping my channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.